Greetings, Southern Cameroonians on Ground Zero and across the globe. This is King H. On my last video, I did say I was gonna express my opinions about the speech that President Dr. Sako Samuel made at the end of the year, and I've been pretty busy with other things, so I had to take my time to actually, watch the video all over again, and so that I could make a very fair and open, critical perspective based on what I observed from this video of Dr. Sako. But the fact is, Southern Cameroonians. Dr. Sako was just merely reading what had been written. That's what he was doing. It wasn't something from the heart, something emotional, something connecting. He wasn't expressing himself as if he felt what was actually going on in Southern Cameroon. That's my perspective. That's what I see when I watch Dr. Samuel Sako speak. This is a guy who's supposed to be a doctor, at least is a doctor. He has his doctorate degree in whatever field he studied. So he should be able to connect to his people, Southern Cameroonians. Reading a speech, and actually connecting with what you're saying to the people. I didn't see that. I just say a guy who was struggling trying to, read his speech about what is happening in Southern Cameroon. It wasn't emotional. It wasn't connective. But the fact is this: I will give him a C minus on this speech, because he said some stuff that were impressive that I do accept with. But there are some things that he said that was so not so impressive at all. So as I said, I'll give him a C on this speech. But these are some of the points that I find very upsetting. He called antagonistic internal spoilers that take every possible means to compete. But this is a revolution. So far, Dr. Sako, you haven't done what is required. You took 500,000 CFA, and we don't even know what you actually did with them. So the people are not contributing money because you're not credible. And if you notice, and I'm gonna say this, the couple of times that the great journalist Eric Tato, an activist, who for a few times that he's actually done funding on his live show, people have given money to him, including I donated money to him. And I've never donated money. I'm gonna say this: I've since after Dr. Sako fucked up with the money, when he did my trip to Boya, I donated. But since after that, I've not donated money, or do I intend to donate money, because they're gonna take the money and use it for whatever purposes, and it would not help the revolution. You see, the fact is, Southern Cameroonians, the time has come when we have to differentiate who's really the leadership, or who's really playing a pivotal role in leadership in Southern Cameroon. And I can tell you this wholeheartedly, that Dr. Sako is not playing a leadership at all. He's just playing us for suckers. That's what he's doing. He's playing us for suckers, and I'm not gonna fall for that shit. I'm not gonna fall for that crap. Trying to use the revolution to benefit yourself. I'm not gonna fall for that crap again. Once beaten, twice shy. So I'm not gonna fall for that shit. It's as simple as that. But I will go ahead and say some of the stuff that I really find really aching. For him calling Team Ambazonian, including the group as Maurice, APLM, Scapo, Scam, SCNC, Rora, and so forth, calling all those groups that have been fighting for the freedom of Southern Cameroonian, the freedom of Ambazonia, groups of leaders that he needs to talk to, he needs to communicate with, you know, so that this revolution could actually reach the capacity that it needs to, in order for us to win the revolution. But he's really not doing that. He's not at all. And again, I will say this. I want to really say this. The couple of times that Eric Tato has decided to do fun in life, he has raised money. Why do you think he's able to raise money? Or why do you think people are able to give him money? It's because of the trust that he has built with the audience. Since you fucked up with the 500,000, you haven't built your trust. You have a team of county heads. Many of the Amazonian people don't even know who the county heads are. They don't come live to live and discuss the revolution and discuss ideas of how to create funds. They don't do that. It's actually not that they're even trying to do that. They're not putting themselves out there so that the people can see what they're actually doing to encourage, us Southern Cameroonians to donate and hold you guys accountable. The fact that you call yourself an interim president doesn't mean that, or the president doesn't mean that you're untouchable. Doesn't mean that the people cannot critique or criticize you. Doesn't mean that the people cannot express their opinions of what you're doing on the revolution. When the people do, you call them antagonistic internal spoilers. We take every possibility to create a competition. That's because you haven't created that room where the people will be able to see you eye to eye, to be able to connect to you. It's as simple as Mr. Dr. Sako, Samuel Sako. You are not playing the pivotal role as the leader of Southern Cameroon. And being a leader means that you gotta listen to the people you're supposed to be, fighting for. Means that you need to interact, speak with them. Means that you need to meet the other leaders, despite the fact that their own opinions are different from you. You must do that as a leader. If you can't do that, then, well, you're not a leader of the people. You may claim you are a leader. You're just leading yourself to whatever you're trying to do. So, Team Ambazonia, as you call it, it should really be Team Ambazonia. It shouldn't be a way to attack other people who are expressing their opinions and who have the right as citizens of Southern Cameroon, and not just as citizens of Southern Cameroon, but as citizens of this world, to express themselves. Freedom of speech means that I could say what I got to say, even if you don't like it. You can't stop me from saying what I got to say. The fact that you calling others, you went for that. Says social media anti-revolutionary, revolutionary spend hours, spend hours on their comfort of house, expressing, ideas of bashing the interim government. The interim government is an organization made of people, and people make mistakes, as you said in your videos. You've made mistakes. Accept your mistakes and try to work on making sure that we're on track. We're not criticizing just because we just want to criticize you. We're criticizing to make sure that this revolution is successful. And because we're criticizing you or critiquing you doesn't mean that you have to call us antagonistic international spoilers. And I'm like, it's really. Oh, there's another thing that you did said. that in the infight in the media is a veil of promotion, a veil to promote a political agenda by a few who belong to the other side of the revolution. In that, meaning that those people are actually working with like Republic Cameroon while claiming to be Southern Cameroonians or in support of the revolution for freedom of Southern Cameroonians. Where do you have evidence to support that some people, apart from Dr. Success, who we can clearly state that well he has chosen his side, but if the leaders in or some of the leaders in this revolution have not you don't have no evidence to prove that they are working for like Republic Cameroon, why make such statement? Because you are actually adding more division instead of trying to bring the people together. I mean, the fact is this, Dr. Sako, Southern Cameroonians are fighting the revolution because they want independence, they want freedom, they want a country of their own. And in the process of doing that, they want to be able to sit in the round table with with the president of like Republic Cameroon and as equal partners to make sure that this is the line, respect it and you respect it, and we're independent countries and blah 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 blah. But yet, as the president of Southern Cameroon, you cannot even create a platform where the leaders of all these groups that you mentioned and those that who you claim don't like you or whatever reason can sit in a round table and discuss the issues of Southern Cameroon. And then how do you expect that how do you expect that our people will be able to free themselves when we cannot even work with each other to make sure that our revolution goes smoothly, to make sure that our revolution is successful? The interim government is not powerful enough to handle this revolution by itself, especially with all this internal fighting. And then you call it antagonistic internal spoilers who take every moment. Well, this internal fighting among the leadership of Southern Cameroon, if we continue like this, how are we going to succeed? With over 3 years of fighting and going for, the military forces of Southern Cameroon are not yet able to free just one county. We have 14 counties, yet we're not yet able to free one county. And you, as a leading president, making all this speech, I mean, what really can you show that you have actually done to free Southern Cameroons when our people are dying daily? People are dying daily. The leadership of Southern Cameroon are fighting among themselves, and you are also adding more infighting with your end of year speech. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous because when after watching this shit, it really doesn't give me hope that Southern Cameroonians will be free with such leadership from Dr. Sako. It really doesn't give me any hope at all. And then the thing is this, I'm gonna add it anyway with this. The fucking messy shit that Dr. Sako said at the end or close to the end of his speech is that after the war, after we win the revolution, if we do win the revolution, or after the post-war, as he stated, he wants to invite military from international community to be in the soil of Southern Cameroon where our people bled and died, because to make sure that Southern Cameroon does not become um, like Southern Sudan, and then um, leaders will not have their own military on the ground after the post-war, or after the post-war. Don't you think that's a another type of colonization that you are actually talking about? Having any type of international military on the ground of your own country shows that Southern Cameroonians are still children. They are not grown enough. They don't have the ability, the capability to work together and to build a nation of their own. They have to have military from the outside to protect themselves, because you think there are certain leaders that will do crazy shit just to fuck up the country that many people have bled and died for. We're trying to leave one colonization by adding another style of colonization. Does that make sense to you, Dr. Sako? Did you really think about that shit real well before you actually said it? Having a military after post-war from the international community on the soil of Southern Cameroon, isn't that another type of colonization? Africans can never grow. So we Africans, or we Southern Cameroonians, cannot train our own military to secure ourselves. We need another military force from the international community to patrol us, to police us. It's ridiculous. Dr. Sako, you are not a leader. You're not a leader at all. You don't have the quality, and you don't understand what leadership means. I would say that since you don't understand what leadership means, step down, because you don't know what you're doing. Step down and give it to somebody else, or allow somebody else to take over. Step down, because all what you're saying, having another military from another nation to police us, is another style of colonization. When are we Africans gonna fucking grow up and learn that we must be the master of our own fate? We are fighting this revolution to become the master of our own destiny. Yet, you have a damn leader who is saying that after the war, he wants international military over a lifetime of 10 years to be present in the land that many Southern Cameroonians have been killed. And you call this guy a leader. This is the best Dr. Samuel Sako can do for Southern Cameroon. The best. It's really ridiculous. We're trying to leave one colonization, yet if we successfully win this revolution and we are free, he still wants to let international military to control Southern Cameroon, so that those who have fought for the revolution, who have find a way to pay and make sure that this revolution is successful, will not have a military of their own, so that it won't end up like Southern Sudan. Why are our own African leaders so gullible to think that it is okay to allow international forces to police Africa? How many international military forces are in Africa? Yet, in a small nation like Southern Cameroon, is trying to free himself from colonization or neo-colonization by La Republique du Cameroon. Yet, the interim government, the president of Southern Cameroon, is requesting to have international military after post-war. This is just nonsense and stupidity. The man doesn't know what he is doing. Dr. Samuel Sako doesn't know what he is doing. You can't take somebody who does Bible work, who's supposed to be a pastor, to rule a nation. It's just fucking stupid. This is King H. Till next time.